And so we go on to the last leg, series 8, 9, 10, grouped together for hopefully swift and cheerful discussion. Grouped together because it's the Capaldi era, but also we've discussed them in some depth already in the previous two episodes, and so we can deal with it relatively swiftly. Richard, what did the PMF gang have to say about this?
Okay, so from Bow Ties Are Cool, Capaldi was brilliant, but ultimately wasted in the role. Ginger Cat, similar stuff, mostly unlikable in his first series, embarrassing at times in the second with the electric guitar and sonic sunglasses, but pretty goodish by his third. Oh, well, so it's slightly different there. Missy should have been the Rani or a different character altogether. Probably come to that later on. Cyber Brig should have been banned from the get-go. True. Zarius, Series 8 was despairing dirge. Series 9 was my favourite series, next to 5. Series 10 is when everyone tuned out, he says. And Torchwood says Series 8 was probably the only finale that wasn't completely abysmal, Cyber Brig aside.
I don't think there was any series that I actually liked. In fact, I'd almost given up by Series 9. It was only because my daughters wanted to watch Series 10 that I actually watched it. And we actually watched it as a family. And even then I thought, oh, God, why am I doing this?
It was a funny old time, really, because, for me anyway, because I was quite buoyed having come out of the 50th. Mm-hmm. I was quite buoyed by the thought of a new, fresh start for Moffat, having forgiven the Series 5 ending and the Series 6 mess, with the story arc there. So I went to the cinema and watched Deep Breath. Now, I liked it, but you two didn't.
Oh, look, it wasn't bad. It just not a lot happened. And it was like,
I quite like that.
There's so little plot, it could have been a Christmas special, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Without the Christmas bits. Look, it wasn't terrible. It looked okay.
I quite liked the first half, and then I felt the second half didn't live up to the promise of the
first. It
first.
had Strax in it too, which sort of kills it for me. But
I don't mind a bit of Strax.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
There's a Strax scene in The Snowman, which I find incredibly amusing. Mm-hmm. With the memory work.
Oh, yeah.
I just think that's lovely. I think that's great. Yeah, anyway, quite liked it, and I was full of hope. Having left the cinema watching that, I thought, no, it's going to be straightforward storytelling. It's going to be just right.
Is there any highlights? Well, there are highlights. There's Clara's dress in Robot of Sherwood. That red dress is quite spectacular. And Mummy on the Orient Express is all right, but apart from that, I can't really think of much else to say that's good about it.
I liked Listen. I thought it was an interesting premise, and it was. I mean, there was a bit of a funny end to it, but I thought, on the whole, pretty good story. Like you, I enjoyed Mummy on the Orient Express.
Yeah, even Frank Skinner was bearable in that.
I quite liked Time Heist. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I think that was Stephen Thompson, but I think a lot of that was written by Stephen Moffat. I think that's probably why it was okay.
Oh God!
But I agree that by the time it got to the end, it was disappointing. Well, it was worse than disappointing because of the Cyber Brig,
and the romance.
Tasteless.
God,
that's what it was.
I'm listening very carefully.
Clara Denny Pink romance was just like, oh God.
But at least Danny died. Well, until he became a Cyberman.
Until he got resurrected. I think you've both been far too kind about it.
Okay.
I liked Deep Breath. Deep Breath was okay. It was normal. And then I find myself getting confused with a couple of the episodes about whether I find them okay because they are a relief from the awfulness.
Okay.
So Robot of Sherwood, I didn't mind quite so much, apart from the irritating comedy characters. I didn't mind that quite so much because I felt relief. Time Heist, I felt relieved. Mummy on the Orient Express, that was good. That was okay. I loved the Queen cover in there. I thought that was lovely, and I thought the Mummy was excellently realised. Didn't really like the resolution. Flatline, that is marred by, the Danny Pink story arc, to include Listen, which I thought was abysmal. It made me angry throughout. Angry. I don't want to watch them dating.
No.
I don't want them. I just don't want to watch that.
No.
It's not what I'm tuning in to watch. This Danny Pink thing. We have this stupid storyline going throughout about soldiers and officers and we keep revisiting that, and it's just so contrived. It's completely weird. It's so out of place. It's badly realised. It doesn't make sense. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I don't like the question and answer thing that Capaldi has going on. I'm lost for words with how sad and bad this series was. Lost for words.
Well, this series has probably the worst episode of Doctor Who
We
ever
have
made.
more unit stuff. Unit rubbish. Don't like the constant Lethbridge Stewart stuff going on. And it just snowballs to this awfulness of Cyberbrig at the end.
Oh, yes.
Again, you're just thinking, did no one think to say, can we just step back here just for a moment?
Stephen, do you want to really rethink that one, mate?
Yeah. I mean, Flatline would have been okay. Apart from, you've got this ridiculous situation where you've got Clara fighting for her life, trying to escape these very original two-dimensional creatures. And then when she's fighting for her life, I think they're using one of those hanging chairs as a sort of wrecking ball to get out of the room they're in. She then has this hideous phone call with Danny. Where she's lying to him, being all lovey-dovey while she's fighting for her life. I just thought it was wheels come off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't a fan of Series 8.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed.
Series 9. Can anyone tell me what Every Christmas is Last Christmas means?
It's a Wham song, isn't it?
What does it mean? They keep saying Every Christmas is Last Christmas in the one called Last Christmas. What does that mean? Could someone write in? Could one of you listeners, if you haven't switched off yet, write in and explain to me what Every Christmas is Last Christmas means? But that was Dream Crabs and things.
I didn't mind that one, actually. I thought that was easily my favourite of
all right.
Christmas specials, actually. Certainly after the god-awful crap that had gone on previously, it was quite good.
I was just going to say that clearly Clara should have gone at that point.
Does she die at the end?
Yes.
Or nearly die?
Yeah.
She
dies.
nearly dies, or she's old.
Almost dies.
Yeah, she can't get back to it.
It's like cruelly teasing.
Yeah. But I mean, if she'd gone at that point, then I think everyone would have said, that was well realised and good exit.
Anyway, Series 9, we have the